Okay, the question that we're going to be looking at today is how can the terms in an algebraic expression be identified and defined? So we're going to do a couple things today. First off, on your note sheet, make sure that you have this copied down. A coefficient. When a term is the product of a number and a variable, the number is called the coefficient. That is just a fancy way of saying the number that's connected to the variable. So in this expression, the coefficient is 9. A constant is just a number that does not have a variable. In this case, the constant is positive 15. If there was a minus sign there, the constant would be negative 15. A variable is a letter or symbol used to represent a quantity. So before you go to the next slide, pause it and get the notes copied down. Okay, on the board you have a variety of different algebraic expressions. Our job is to sort them out. So the first one is 1/4 x plus 15. Well, when I look at this, the constant is positive 15. The variable, is there one? Yes, it's x. The variable is x. The coefficient, what is with the variable, is 1/4. Go ahead and pause it and try to fill out the rest of the chart. This is going to be a good test to see who's paying attention to the video because I'm not going to write them up there, but I am going to say where everything goes. In the second expression, the variable is n, the coefficient is 5, and the constant is minus 12, not 12. In the third one, we actually have two variables. The variables are x and a, so those would go in the middle column. We have one coefficient with x, which is negative 3, and we have another coefficient with a, which is positive 4. So negative 3 and 4 are both coefficients, and the constant is positive 15. In the last example, the variable is z. The coefficient is negative 3, not positive 3. It's negative 3 attached to that z, and the constant again is positive 15. Okay, now we're going to be combining like terms, except now we have a calculator, so it's going to be a little bit easier. The key is still that you have to code everything. In this case, we have z's and we have constants. Now, when you look at your calculator, there's two different buttons. There's a minus button and a negative button. So, when you type in the first term, for example, negative 4z minus 8z, literally what you are going to type is negative 4, that's the first term, and what are you doing with the 8z? You're taking it away, minus 8. So you'll type in negative 4 minus 8, and on your calculator, it will give you negative 12z. Then here, we have negative 1.55, so negative 1.55 minus 2.06, and it will give you negative 12z minus 3.41. On your own, write down these two expressions and try them both. Pause the tape. When you simplify this first one, it's negative 1.5 and negative 2.76. So you type in negative 1.5 minus 2.75. This first term is negative, and what you're doing with it is you're taking this away. So again, it's negative 1.5 minus 2.75. That will give you the constants of negative 4.25. Then this is a positive 12 here. So you don't put the plus sign in. You just put 12 minus 8, and 12 minus 8 is 4. In this example, you have 1.25 minus 3.75. That gives you negative 2.5. Then you type in negative 2.5 minus 1.75, and it will give you negative 4.25. If you did not get those, make sure that you come up to the front and get help before you move to the next slide. Okay, this is the final slide here. Once you get done with these 3 practice problems, the answers are located by the door hanging up. So you should get up, go check your work, and then complete the classwork.